What's up, guys? So, got my Harley here that I never ride. It's on the Tinder right now, but got the Lambo. That's always fun to ride. But guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about procrastination. I know. If I had to guess, probably a lot of you struggle with procrastination, and that is what's blocking your progression in life. If I could just get you to stop procrastinating and just getting right into action, man, you would start progressing. You would start having more energy. You would start being more clear. Okay, I just want to point out, but I don't want this video to turn into this. There's a reason why you procrastinate. There are spiritual reasons as to why, as soon as you start trying to better yourself, trying to go work out, trying to read the Bible, trying to pray, trying to just be better, why spiritual reasons, spiritual effects will drag you down. But that's not the point of this video. I just wanted to point that out. Well, let's just put that on the shelf right here, okay? Regardless of all that, because at the end of the day, what are you going to do? That I know, out of all people, I know the way that I speak, the way that I live, the things that I say, the people that I help, I know it's coming. It's 100% coming. But what are you going to do? So I want you, based off of your level, wherever you're at, is you have to, in order to overcome procrastination, you just need better anchors. You need better reasons as to why you should get up and move. Let me just paint a little picture for you. If this whole house was burning down and I'm sleeping, am I going to sit here and procrastinate? No, I'm going to, if I have time, I'm going to grab my clothes. I'm going to grab my valuables. I'm going to pull my cars out. If I have the luxury to do all that, I'm going to bounce. If I don't, I'm just going to get my ass out and go, right? That's a strong reason, a strong pull for you guys, whether it be praying, meditating, reading the Bible, going to work out, eating properly. You don't see it as that important. You just don't. You really don't. And your belief system is, to be honest, like very low level. So what I want to do for you right now is I want you to stop seeing yourself as tiny. I want you to see yourself as the main character in your movie, okay? Let me just say this one piece though, as people who are godly people, who are believers, yes, you can do this. It's 100% okay to do this, okay? It's okay to be the main character. Yes, you still are humble. You still are humble. You still have meekness. That doesn't mean that you are in the back. Was Jesus in the back? Was Paul in the back? Was Peter in the back? No, they were literally taking everything by force. Literally. That's like scriptural right there. Taking it by force. They knew what time it was, and they knew they had to get up and go get it, if you know what I mean. They knew what time it was. So you can't be weak with your belief system. You can't be weak with your self-talk. You can't be weak as to why you do certain things. See yourself as the main character. And the audience is a huge, humongous audience, okay? You want to know who that audience is? 3-letter word, God. God is your audience. And for that fact of matter, that God has given you an audience and giving you that platform, you better act right. You better 100% act right. And for people who, like yourself, who are believers, to think that God isn't watching you, to think that that's not important, because I want to let you know, this is what really helped me. Anybody could go out into their job, into the world, out in public, and promote this persona, promote this person that they are. You aren't who you are in public. you aren't who you are in public. You are who you are in private. And who you are in private really creates who you are in public. You can somewhat fake it in public, but who you are in private, that's who you really truly are. And if you really embody that, like truly, genuinely, where you're really trying to listen to your conscience, to listen to God, to be obedient to a lot of different things, to authority, to your coaches, to your mentors, to your mom, to your dad, to the people that, who are right, to God, man, you will start tapping into endless energy. You will start tapping into a different side of you where you're just like, man, you go walk outside in public and you interact with people who are, you are interacting with people who are at your job or at the gym or your kids. They're going to start listening to you. They're literally going to start listening to you, and you're going to wonder why. I'm going to tell you why. It's because you're listening to God. You're listening to your conscience. You're dude, man, I'm looking at this freaking Tinder right here. There's a battery on here. It's staying tapped in. It's staying linked in right here. If you don't connect to God and aren't in alignment, you are draining that battery, literally. And you wonder why your words carry no weight. You wonder why you have no energy. It's because you're not listening. You're not being obedient. You're really not. And so the anchor is this. Are you more loyal to people in the world, or are you more loyal to God? Okay, so every time you sit down to pray, you're going to feel that pull. You're going to feel that pull to sleep, go back to bed. You're going to feel that pull to pick up your phone. You're going to feel that pull to do things that you probably have never wanted to do. You're like, oh, cobweb in the corner. I'm like, no. All that feeling that you have inside, I need you to block it. I need you to stop. That's normal. That just tells you how out of alignment you are. Okay, so you have, at that moment, nobody's watching you, by the way. There's no lights, camera, action in terms of like people and things like that. It's lights, camera, action for God. He's watching you. At that point, he's like, let's see what he does. Is he going to stay at the same spiritual level? Is he going to stay at the same level in life? And it's up to you. See, this is why I personally keep progressing. It's because I do that behind closed doors. And I'm just telling you, I don't really, this is just for you guys. Like this is an inner thing, like on the inside. I know if this fire starts dimming, I'm going back to the wilderness. The wilderness is we going inside. No more videos, no more talking, no more preaching, no more none of that. I'm going inside and I'm checking myself. I'm literally like, is Mike listening to his conscience? Is those little steps, because every step you take, you have something, do this, don't do that, do this. And then you'll hear God say, do this, and then you got to follow it. And as soon as I start doing that, man, my energy reserves, I start getting more, I'm like a magnet, and you are too. And you start like walking with more clarity. You start seeing the world and everything with more clarity. Is this making sense? Okay. So that's your anchor right there. If you start procrastinating with whatever, watching Netflix, calling, texting your friends, talking about who knows whatever it is, anything avoiding what you're actually supposed to do, you are being disloyal to your conscience, or you're being disloyal to God. Because I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, if you got to write that paper for work or do this thing for work, that you're being disloyal to God. I'm not going to say that. But let me just say this. If you know you should be praying and connecting and building that relationship, the last thing that you want to do is have God say to you, like, or you say, hey, God, like, here I am, you die and you're dead now, and you're just like, hey, God, here I am. And he's like, no, I never knew you. That's like when people talk about like, what do you fear? Most people, they're like, oh, I fear public speaking. I'm like, I'm not even tripping about that. That's like that's very low on my fear list. Okay. Your real fears should be like, if God goes like, yeah, I never knew you. I'm like, oof. Yeah, no, this ain't no temporary thing. So anyway, you gotta just start like analyzing your inner feeling, right? You have a feeling when you try to go do something like pray or eat right, or think about it. When you start eating right, you're starting to get, the body and trying to do good. You feel that lust, that desire, that negative desire to be like, like I want this body, I want this energy, I want to feel healthy. But you are just like, but donut, and you're like, I'm like, you need to die to that donut, man. Like you feel, and all it takes, honestly, if you really fight it for like 2 or 3 days, it'll go away. It's just totally gone. Like my boy Danny, man, like he made a post. I coached this guy Danny, and he's from like down south California, Southern California, and he used to do drugs, literally every drug you can name. He used to eat. I mean, his comfort was, and his escape was food. Let me just say even more. I mean, because this is just real life, like hookers, everything, drugs, food, pleasure seeking, you name it, everything. And he said, I got him this great body, I got him this transformation, but he said, the last vice that I really have right now is this lustful addiction to food. So he's like, you know what? Because I've been talking to him a lot about God, and talking to him a lot about listening to his conscience and elevating in life. And he's doing so good. He's ran marathons now. He looks great. He's down like, 50, 60 pounds. But he said, you know what? I'm a order a bunch of food, and I'm gonna have a conversation with God. And I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna face it. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And he literally did it. If you go on his Instagram, I can't remember his Instagram handle, but it's like Danny93 on Instagram, or 92, something like that. And you see literally, I don't even know what these donuts, like there's foods that I've never even seen, croissants that I don't even know, like pizza, everything. And he did that, and for about 2 or 3 days, he was just like, man, it's so strong. But he hung in there. He didn't have one bite. He didn't do it. And then he texted me today. He was like, man, I woke up today, and I just was telling myself, fuck yeah. And I know what he was saying. He was like, he felt so locked in, so tapped in, so clear. And it's because he faced it. He resisted. And that's that scripture. It's like, resist the devil and he will flee. There's some things that you just have to face and resist, and it'll go away. So that's my message today is, hey, what are you going to do for the rest of your life? Have this same procrastination like level of procrastination where it just keeps beating you and beating you and beating you? When are you going to beat it? Face it. Test yourself. This is what's going to elevate you in all of life, financially, physically, spiritually. It's like Danny did it on the physical level, but if he didn't cross this barrier spiritually, he would have kept the body for maybe 2 months, 4 months, 8 months, but eventually he would have cracked and went back. Because like I say all the time, all it takes is 1 cheat day, 2 cheat days, and you're right back to your old life. It's like you get rid of one demon, 7 others are coming for you. And so you better have a strong foundation. You better have that strong foundation. Anyway, guys, create strong anchors, and I hope this video helps you. Make sure you comment. If you like these videos, and they're really helping you, share it with people. Honestly, share it. I mean, I get nothing, like I'm just starting out my YouTube video, literally. So like I don't make any money off the YouTube yet. I just want people to hear this. Genuinely, people need to hear this type of talk. And so leave a comment, leave a like, share it, and then definitely subscribe. All right, I'll see you guys next time. I should just, after this, I should just get on the bike and then be like, all right, see you later.